Songbird Stamper. You are live, I am live, and it's a little bit greyer out there this morning. But I think we're due for some nice weather again, which will be lovely. I've been inside for the last few days scrapbooking. And that's why I thought actually that's what we would focus on today. We've not really done an awful lot of scrapbooking, certainly not in these videos, and I just started a class up before lockdown. I think we managed one, if not two groups. I thought I'd bring you some scrapbooking today and some products that maybe you've overlooked. I've certainly overlooked. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have as well. And actually, the more I use them, the more I find that they are fantastic. So good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Heidi. Good morning, Claire. Lisa, are you a scrapbooker then, are you? Yeah, it's something that I started with and lost my way with a little bit. It was one scrapbook book group before lockdown. I know, I was literally gutted. We just started it up. And everybody seemed to be really enjoying it, so definitely something we're going to get back to, and something actually I could probably bring more of to you online. I'm currently scrapbooking our holiday from last year. Russ and I have only been together for a couple of years, not even that, a year and a half I think. Maybe not even that, gosh, time flies, doesn't it? And we went on a 2-week holiday to Italy last year, and it was the most fantastic holiday. We've since asked ourselves what about it was so good and could we replicate it. Our holiday to Japan this year was a little less successful, let's say, but I think that was mainly food orientated. We really struggled with the food. Good morning, Jeanette. Good morning, Anne-Marie. How are you both doing? Bless you. Good morning, Steph. You alright? So yeah, I thought I'd bring you some scrapbooking. It's a bit of a weird group today. I don't really have one thing in mind. I've just tried to come up with some samples and failed. The first thing I will say is I've been preparing for June's class to go, and I will repeat this in a bit. I'm running out of papers for the bird sets. I only have enough to do 9, and I had 16 sign up to the class last month. So if you would like the bird set to do, we're going to do fancy folds. So I did with the bird ballad papers a set of 3 cards a couple of weeks ago, and it's going to be a little bit different to those. I thought I won't replicate exactly. Good morning, Paula, but I will go on the same theme. So I've got bird, but I've only got 9 sets left. So if you would like to be involved with the bird ballad suite for next month's class, please do let me know and pay up front, and that will secure your set. Other than that, I have got other sets. I've got dinosaurs, so we've got, good morning Helen, we've got birds and dinosaurs, so those are the 2 classes that I'm running with. Same layouts, it'll be exactly the same layouts, just different suites. We're coming to the end obviously of this catalogue. Oh, thanks Lisa. To be honest, I'm trying to run my DSP down because I say we're coming to the end of the catalogue. So I'm trying to run my DSP down. But obviously, if more people do want the birds desperately, do let me know. And obviously, Lisa, thank you very much indeed. You may be able to help me out there. Lisa, you said, well, I started due to Louise doing Project Life. Yeah, still doing 12 by 12 scares me. That's the same as Katie. I don't think it scares as much as, but a lot of people don't have the time for it. And that's one of the real things I want to show you today about our Memories and More scrapbooking kits, because they are fun. Yeah, the photo folios, is that the ones you're on about with the Memories and More and the inserts and stuff like that? They are cracking. I've not done it, but just makes it look so easy and quick. And yeah, good morning Paula. What paper do you want? I ordered some, I think I was on class. Well, we'll see. I don't know if I want any more papers. I think that's what I'm trying to avoid. Man, I have so much different stuff, and for once I've got my bird ballad papers down to literally just scraps left. So I think I'm doing all right. But yeah, if people, obviously more people do want the bird set, then let me know. Good morning, Jill. How are you? I will run through that again at the end. But if people do want the bird ballad June suite for the class, please do let me know and pay up front, and that will secure your place for that. So what are we doing today? Scrapbooking. Kind of. I don't really even know where to start. Okay, let me spin you round. Good morning, Fiona. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. You may be upside down. I was going to Google this morning how to spin the camera around and still have it the right way up, but I didn't have time, what with one thing and another. So let me spin you around and let's see what I've been up to, basically. Right, there's my scrapbook pages. So if you are upside down, I'll spin this round in a minute. This is our holiday to Italy last year. 2 weeks we did. We stayed in an apartment. It was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I think staying in the apartment actually made a difference as well, because we were almost in control of our own destiny. It did feel more like we were living there. We were doing our shopping and cooking and all of that kind of George. We had to do our own washing, which... Yes, you're upside down. Right, let me spin that round. You forgot I was on? That's outrageous, Fiona. No, I'm not surprised. Well, nice to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Let me just lift that up a little bit, and maybe more of that will be in shot. So 12 by 12. This is, I would almost call it traditional scrapbooking. Oh no, are you upside down there? I haven't spun it round yet on my thingy. So 12 by 12 is what I would call traditional scrapbooking. So I think it's largely American, and the Americans do some weird things with their scrapbooks, I find. They do like one photo and then they have just a lot of decoration. Well, I must admit, I want more of my photos in than that. And journaling as well. I know Russ is quite keen to have our journaling. Bless him, he loves looking at these. I had him out yesterday to show him. And quite a lot of journaling. He likes the dates. And I think, yeah, that's really important, because in years to come, how much will a photo mean? I don't know. Be interesting to see. I guess for me, our photos mean quite a lot, but for some people, maybe the journaling is more important as well. So that is my first layout, and I've been using for these 2 pages the Timeless Tropical Suite. Even though we were in Italy, I mean, it was gorgeous. Look at that weather. This was when we went over to Capri for the day, one of our last days, literally our last full day there, I think. Yeah, and we went to Capri for the day. So I've just used these bright colours. Oh, you've had a Zoom call with a little boy working his handwriting. Oh, lovely. Doing buttons up. Oh, fabulous. I wonder how old he was, Fiona. I bet you did have fun. Yes, I know quite a lot of people love working with children. It brings out their inner child as well. So this is, the Timeless Tropical Suite. And I've used these in here, which are the Memories and More cards. And it's something, like I say, I have overlooked. And I'm going to go through them with you in a bit, because they're actually really good value. Yes, Rachel, I know you love a bit of scrapbooking. Bless you. I've been getting back into mine. To the extent that the craft room was an absolute bomb site yesterday, and I had achieved nothing around the house that I wanted to achieve, but I had 4 pages to show everybody for it, so I had a fairly successful day. But yeah, achieved nothing else of any significance, really. Apart from preparing Margaret's granddaughter's class kit from last time. But Capri, honestly, it was amazing. Oh, 8 years old, wonderful. Yeah, Capri was amazing. We went over on the ferry, and I mean, you can see it all in my journaling here. We went up, called the funicular railway. This is the funicular railway up to the top of the hill. Glad we didn't walk, to be honest. Then we went on a gorgeous circular walk of the island. Hey Anita, how are you? So yeah, these are the Memories and More cards, which I'll go through in a minute. And this is my second page. So I've gone for a more oval look here, again with the same papers. I've used the stamp set here, I've used some of the little elements, and just stuck these on with Tombow glue. And then this is another one of the Memories and More cards, because it gives you quite a lot of space for journaling. And this was our walk round. We actually did it backwards. And we saw everybody walking the other way, and we're kind of thinking, oh, are we going the right way? But actually this was a much better way. We walked down so many steps. So we walked probably about half a mile, and then we just went down and down and down and down and down. I thought, oh my God, we've got to come back up again. But actually the walk back up was really gradual, really gentle, and we hardly even noticed we'd gone back uphill. And look at some of the views that we saw. You know, it's fabulous. So in hindsight, we actually did the walk the right way around, because had we gone the other way around and had to walk back up all of those steps, I think I might have been slightly traumatised and out of breath. And then we had some lunch at the top. Then we caught a bus, a very, very, very busy bus to Anna Capri, and then caught the chairlift up to the top of the island, up to the very top of the island, and then caught the chairlift back again, and just about got the bus back to the ferry. So that's my holiday. You actually have more of my holiday than we have of anything else. You pack your pages with as many photos as possible. Absolutely. 35 years ago, Jeanette. Wowzers. Good morning, Leah. Scrapbook in Florida 2017. I know, we get behind, but then if you did it straight away, then you wouldn't get the joy of doing it as much, because actually half of the joy of scrapbooking for me is getting the photos out. You're not late, no problem at all. We're just looking at my scrapbooking, and everybody's getting a bit of a lowdown on my holiday from last year. And so because it was from last year, I was just saying, you get half the enjoyment out of actually taking the photos and getting them out and looking at them, and I just print them on my home computer. I don't know what everybody else does, but my printer seems to print very well. I'm currently on an ink plan that I don't even pay for the ink. Well, no, I don't even pay for the ink. It's a contract-based ink service, which I'm getting free for 12 months. I have 30 days left, so I thought let's cram it in and get all these photos printed. So, there's my scrapbooking. And I thought I'd show you the memories and more. Now, there's substantially less in here than there was when we started. But you get sticker pages. So there's 2 of those sheets. You get the words. You get the little elements. I've used some of the hearts. And you get these stickers, which could be used for scrapbooking or card making. That's why it's called Memories and More. Honestly, Jill, go. Fantastic. I can't rate it highly enough. We stayed in Sorrento, and then there's the train to Naples, the bus down to Amalfi and Positano and the coast. Didn't need a car. We stayed in a flat. I can even recommend the flat because it was stunning, very clean, just what you needed. Yeah, we had 2 weeks there. Really good value actually as well. Do I die cut the photos? I did die cut those photos, Fiona. Actually, no, I lie. I did die cut these photos. This one I've got, because it's a bit bigger, I've got one of these plates, and you put the like cutter in it, and you spin it round and it cuts it out. But yeah, these ones are just run through the die cut machine. You've got to make sure your top plate's relatively clean. You don't want these marking. But actually mine's not all that clean, and it still did absolutely fine. Yeah, we were recommended, Leah, by a couple of people who had lived with the forces out in Italy. Rachel, it was Tamsin and Claire. And yeah, fantastic. Would we go again? I mean, I don't know, to be honest. We don't really like going anywhere twice, but yeah, super duper. Scrapbook 2007, brilliant. Yeah, I know a lot of people who are scrapbooking years behind, but you get the enjoyment of getting them all out and seeing everything. And there we go. So those are the other set of stickers. You've got, again, the word enjoy, which I've obviously used twice now. You've got some little banners and some things. And these are £10.75. I don't know if I'll get a chance to go through them all. There's loads. And then you get these big ones, and there's much more of these. I've used quite a lot. I was looking for the cards that I've made with these, but I can't find them, sadly. Otherwise I could show you what I've done with them. But you get one side, so you get floral images. I've got bananas. You get some journaling spaces. And then you flip them all over, and you've got the other side. So the best is yet to come. Beautiful images there. You could cut that out. These are kind of backgrounds for cards or backgrounds for the scrapbook. Mahalo. I don't know what that means, but mahalo probably means hello or good luck. Or so those are the big ones, and they are 6 inches by 6 by 4s. So they're 6 by 4s. And you can mount your photos on them. You can mount the smaller ones on them. Like this. So these are the smaller ones you get. Loads of them. And we've got, these are in the catalogue, the mini catalogue. But in the big one, they've sold out. We've got the sailing ones. And then there's the magnolia ones as well. So anybody who does scrapbook, these are fantastic. So you get your love your smile. So again, that can just be used as a card in your scrapbook. So pop it onto your scrapbook layout, or you can mount it and pop it onto your card. Journaling pages, I might use this one in a minute for something. Let's put that one over there. These ones aren't on sale. And let's say the other ones have sold out really quickly. I think they're just really popular. But yes, these are fabulous. I'm just going to go fairly quickly through them, to be honest. Maybe not as quickly as I was going. Flamingos look, and somewhere to write. And these tally up really well with the Memories and More albums, which I'm going to show you in a minute in a catalogue. I don't have them. That I've definitely used that on a card just as a focal image, and you can just pop a sentiment over, cut it out with a pair of scissors, put a sentiment over, job done. Make really, really quick, simple, easy cards. That's really nice. And then you can put one of these words, enjoy, or the little sticker in, or the banner. So loads and loads and loads of choice for you. That's a nice one as well. That would look lovely on a journaling page in a scrapbook, and that would look gorgeous on a card. Which way am I going? I'll come down this way a little bit. There we go. That's lovely, isn't it? My happy place. You're doing a pre-order? I know, I did mine this morning. I woke up at 5:30 and I think I must have been excited because we can pre-order from the new catalogue today. So mine's in, done. Can't wait. I'm going to do a live unboxing of all the new catalogue stuff I've ordered. And I'm going to do a virtual party, a virtual catalogue launch party. So watch out for that one. We'll have prizes, we'll have some games. I might even, if I get organised in time, send out a pack so that you can craft along with me in the catalogue launch. Because I normally do a live catalogue launch. I'm not going to be able to do one in person this time. So I thought we could do one on Facebook. Oh, thanks, Anne-Marie. Do you speak whatever language this is? I don't even know what language it is. Or did you Google it? Scrapbooking using the pocket pages is so much easier, especially if, yes. And this is where I'm going with this, because you're not the first one to tell me that. Lisa's just told me that. Katie's told me that. So, yeah, Project Life is quite big. Stampin' Up have their own kind of version of that. Yes, there's a set list for the pre-order, Rachel. It's on a flyer, which was quite difficult to find, but I'll grab it for you and send it to you later if you like. It's in my Songbird Stampers group for my team, but obviously I'm in your team, so you don't have access to that group. So this is, but I will send it to you. That sounded a bit harsh, but I will send it to you. So, Memories and More. And this is what the girls are talking about. This kind of Project Life where you get a clear plastic envelope and you cut your photos to size and you stick them in. And you just stick them in. So there's no kind of matting and layering. There's no faffing of which size do you need. You literally print them out to the right sizes and you get a variety pack of pockets. Now one of these is disappearing. And I don't know which one it is. I've got a feeling it's this one, the big 12 by 12. I think we're only going to 6 by 8. So do bear this in mind. And if you want any of this, these are all retiring. These Memories and More sets. The one I've just shown you, this one here, the Come Sail Away, has already gone. But this Magnolia one is beautiful. Look at all the, I don't know if you can see them. Get online, have a look. 12 by 12 all retiring. Yeah, I thought the 12 by 12s were going to go. But these 6 by 8s are sticking around. And look, this is the variety pack you get. So you get a plain one, you get big at the top, 2 little ones, you get halves and halves. So lots and lots of choice. for you to just slip in your photos, embellish these memories and more card packs and stick them in. Fabulous. And then you can get some card blanks as well to fit them, or you can just make your own card blanks, which I think is what we're going to do. Have the pages sold out, the 12 by 12 ones? Yeah. Again, doesn't surprise me. This is really, really popular stuff. There is a lot of people doing this method of scrapbooking because it's so simple. I won't say simple, but it's quicker and it gets it done. So like Katie was telling me about it, that if you kind of had to sit down to something a bit more daunting and something a bit more time consuming, actually you might not get it done. But this method really helps you just to get the photos in there, get the journaling in there, and get it memorialised, for want of a better word. 12 by 12. Do you use these, Rachel? Do you, the 12 by 12s? These pages? I must admit I don't. I just use the normal page protectors. That's really sad that they're going, because there still are a lot of scrapbookers that are going to have to get those from somewhere else. So that is Memories and More. I might show you the sail away ones just to give you an idea. I know they're not available at the moment, but we have got a new catalogue coming out. And in that new catalogue is some very exciting new stuff, including some new Memories and More cards. I'll show you if I can find them. I had a tidy up yesterday, and now I don't know where anything is. Isn't that always the way when you have a tidy up? You don't know where anything is? Because I've used less of these, surprisingly. I'm saving them for my dad's scrapbook. You know, this makes, you just slot it in or stick it on the page if you do traditional scrapbooking. Fantastic. Die cut elements, stickers. I should have shown you this earlier in the year because this is really sad that it's gone. World's Greatest Guy, that would make a fab card. You know, stick it on. Die cut elements. More stickers. So this is more like the amount that you get. I've used so much of that other one. Remember, look, I mean, yeah, that's just perfect for memory keeping. Had an avalanche of craft items on your head. Did your shelf fall down? Oh no, bless you. I often have a little, just one or two things fall off this shelf where I've tried to stand them up and they fall over. So little peel off stickers, brilliant. And again, the little ones. By showing these, I'm probably actually just putting off making something because I'm not feeling overly inspired this morning to make something. Happy Father's Day. I definitely used that for my dad's Father's Day card last year. No, you had them in your basket and they sold while you were all... Rachel, that is gutting. No, you had it literally in your basket. I wish, and some companies do, that if you've got it in your basket, you can kind of keep it there. And you've almost reserved it until you check out. Obviously, if you don't check out straight away within like half an hour or something, they should take it off you. But yeah, that's sad. That's really sad. I'm going to have to use more of these. These are fab. Everybody's going to be really jealous that I've got all these and they can't get them. Any day with you is without you is the... Any day with you is the best. Oh, that would be bad, wouldn't it? Any day without you is the best. You made my day. Adventure. Yeah, so there's a really exciting suite coming that's got Memories and More cards, which I expect to be quite similar to this. Ahoy there. So I might show you a page that I did with those as well, because it gives you an idea of what you can do with them. Just stack those up. And it wasn't particularly even a nautical themed page. It was, I think we were on another island when we were in Italy. I'm not sure, let me look. I'm not going to take it out, but yeah, we were just looking out to sea. I hope you can see that. I hope there's not too much glare. It's piled on your bed, but you're on the floor. Oh, I think you might need to have a tidy up then, Claire. That might be what your room is telling you. So this is... it just says life is better when we're together. And so I've just cut this down, mounted it and popped it on. This is one of the stickers. These are the nautical elements. And this was one of those big journaling pages which I've just put a die cut at the top here. And yeah, you can see, I mean, there's so many different layouts of scrapbooking. But I just thought it was another way to show you what I've done. Is that an offer? An offer at what? These an offer of what, Rachel? I've lost my train of thought. If it is, you'll take it. I want to know what you want to take now. It's very rare I offer things, so I would say probably not. Oh, an offer from Lisa. No, she's just gloating. That's all she's doing. Just gloating at what she's got. Bless her. Right, so let's put those to one side. So the other thing I wanted to share with you was the marker pens. Now, Stampin' Up! Do these beautiful Stampin' Right markers. You're never going to tidy up, Claire, bless you. And I went some time, really. I bought them all. And never really used them all that much. But they come in every colour that we do, including the in colours. And actually what I found fabulous for this week is being able to journal in the same colour that I'm working with on my page. So that's what I've been using them for mainly this week. But for those that don't know, this is a bit of an everything session. You can stamp with these as well. So I'm going to show you a quick way of doing that, because like this stamp here in this Timeless Tropical set. So yeah, so those, I've got some prices. Those Memories and More cards are £10.25. The Tropical Oasis Designer Series paper is still available, and that is £10.75 for 12 sheets. These stamps are £21 and the trinkets are £7. Right, you never use the Stampin' Right markers, Liamo. You need to get them out, honestly, especially for scrapbooking, because like I say, you can then journal in the same colour that you've scrapbooked in. You can doodle in the same colour that you've scrapbooked in. Let me show you one of my doodles. That is because I'm obsessed with blends, I know. Because they colour so much better on Whisper White cardstock. On other cardstock, the shimmery white, these work, the Stampin' Right markers work really well on. And on the watercolour paper, they work really well on as well. But yeah, on the Whisper White cardstock, which is what I mainly use, the blends just, I mean, they're just stunning. Where is it? Here it is. So look, just around here, so this is a piece of crumb cake, and I've just dashed all the way around here to make it look like a dashed line. And then I've taken the Night of Navy, and it matches the background paper. It's one of the things I rave about when I talk about Stampin' Up. This is doodling. This is all doodling is. That's all I'm talking about. You just do a little stitch around the edge. And you write in blue or black. Yeah, if you've got the markers though, you get them out and use them. And again, that's just done in the Blueberry Bushel, which is retiring. To match this little element here, and this I thought that matched quite well with some of the hills and the things in the pictures. So, but you can stamp with them as well. So I've got this tree here, and I'm going to take two colours, a brown and a green. I thought if I tipped enough of these on my desk, I might get the right colours. And I'm going to grab some. I'm trying to keep my grid paper clean. This just one sheet, so let me grab some scrap paper. This might not look as good because it's only scrap paper. Basically all you do is you take your end, your brush tip end, they have two ends, a fine tip which you can write with, and a brush tip which you can do brush lettering with. I'm not very good at it. Or you can stamp with. So you just, good morning Fiona, flying visit, you just needed to see someone, work is crazy. Oh bless you. Well, I hope you have a good day at work. I've got to go in tomorrow. I'm like, what? Do you want me to go into work? One of the guys has got an interview. So he's taken the day off, and it's my cover week. Normally I would go in every day, but they don't want any excess people in the office at the moment. So I got the week off. But when he texted and said, can you come in? I was like, no, I can't. No. What? It's outrageous. But I really do need to go into work, so. That's what I'm paid for. And then you take the brown one. So I've done the tops in green, and then you take the brown one and you just colour the stems in. Stems, stalks, tree, trunks, palm trunks. And then just breathe ever so slightly on it. And then you've got green leaves and brown stalks, stems, trunks, whatever you want to call them. So that's how you can stamp with the Stampin' Right markers as well. Very, very versatile. Doodle, write, stamp, do whatever you want. Now I've got to put all these away. I'll pop them down there for now. So, it's been half an hour, so I really better make something, hadn't I? This is where my brain now is just ticking away. So what I wanted to do, I just don't know if it's going to work. I want to use this paper. And this Memories and More card, because I thought they went really well together. And I just kind of want to pop that up there. And this is where you get to see my random creative scrapbooking process. And we could literally be a disaster zone by the time we finish. See, that's quite nice as well. But I've got too many photos. So the photos I've got are this one. A lady, this is a nun, which we saw while we were out walking and I took her photo. This is obviously Russ and I. This is, we walked up to a lagoon and saw this beautiful lagoon. This is one of the nice flowers to add a little bit of colour. And this is just a picture of a street, so I might not use that one because it's not all that exciting. And then one of the things I do, if you've got a really busy background page, you can kind of put some other papers over the top of it. I wonder if this one would go. It's Pool Party. It does kind of go. And you're just seeing really if the colours go, seeing what you like. And then I've got this sheet here as well. Which I could use as a backing. Good morning, Rebecca. Have you finished your nights now? You've just joined us for some scrapbooking. Huh. Now I'm trying to think on the fly and craft on the fly, but this would be really nice just to mat them. Mat the photos with maybe. So yeah, what I was saying is if you've got a really busy layout, you do kind of need something a bit, that definitely a mat or a layer. See, I might just trim those photos down and then I'd get them in there as well. And then some green, so we could mat those on those. Put some green on here. My Happy Place, I quite like that. I saw a couple in here that I quite liked actually. This one, Rest and Relaxation. Love Your Smile. Add a bit of pop of colour with Aloha, and that would match these little plants here that we've got. That's more journaling. It wasn't a particularly journal heavy day, this one, because it was just a nice walk we went on up to the top of the hill and back. That's nice actually. And that matches the leaves as well. It's just a case of playing around really. This is one of the things I think about scrapbooking is there's no right or wrong, and I don't know how other people would say, but it takes quite a long time to do a page because there's quite a lot of thought process. You don't do scrapbooking. Why not? Basically. Hello, Elizabeth. From Texas. Wowzers. What time is it? Is it early in the morning in Texas? Gosh, hello. Thanks for joining us. We're just doing some scrapbooking today. And you're seeing my random creative process. So I quite like that one because it stands out. And I quite like it on this. Do I like it as much on the brown? No, I don't think that makes it pop. I think the green makes it pop. So I'm just going to see if I've got a smaller piece of green. gorgeous, this on the other side as well, isn't it? Okay, so this might fit. Oh, it's just too small. So we're going to have to cut a piece of this. That's a nice big square though, that one. "4:30 in the morning. Wow, are you up early to do... Are you a demonstrator, Elizabeth? You up early to do your pre-order? That's the only thing I can think might get me up at 4:30 in the morning. An hour a page. Yes, absolutely. I would say the same, Rachel, because it's just the thinking, isn't it? And it's the moving things round and chopping things up. So the way I do my matting and layering is possibly not the same way as everybody. I just eyeball it. You can use a pencil, but I just kind of think I want it about there, and then I turn that round, and I pop this on, push that up, and trim that there. So again, everybody might have their own way of doing this, but that paper just gives a little bit of texture behind that card, and I really do like that. Let's get some glue. Just finished your order. I thought that might be what it was. I must admit, I woke up at 5:30 this morning, quite excited. I popped mine in as well. I was sad we can't get the inks yet, but something else to look forward to. So let's pop that on there. And yes, I'm going to be doing a live unboxing for anybody who has joined us since this morning. We're going to be doing when my delivery comes. There is a bit of a shipping delay at the moment, so anybody who has ordered from me and is awaiting an order, I do apologise. There is a shipping delay. It's just, I think, so many orders going through, COVID-19 slowing everything up a little bit with social distancing, and also there was a power outage, I think. So yeah, all in all, they've had a bit of a rough ride of it. So, but orders are still shipping. They are still coming. Could put one of these down there. So let's have a think about that. This is a good thing about these stickers. You just peel them off, have a look, and then pop them back on the thing again. I do like the stickers. So let's think about matting and layering some of these photographs. Thinking about where they might go. Where's my nun gone? Alright, there's my nun. Where's me and Russ gone? This is the other problem. You just lose everything when you're scrapbooking. So I'm going to get out some pretty peacock card. I've not used this colour much at all, but it's quite dark, and so I think it's going to help my photos pop, and it matches the colour in the benches. So that's what I do when I'm kind of trying to pick colours. And I might matte it onto something lighter as well. I might do a double matte on this, but let's stick these, matte these, trim these. So I use a little bit of contraband when I'm scrapbooking, because I was using, you don't want to use wet glue on the back of your photographs, ideally, so I don't use the multi-purpose liquid glue. And I was using just the normal Stampin' Up! Snail adhesive. However, I was finding some of my photos were coming, I mean, not coming off, but if I wanted to get them off, I could get them off. So I've gone back to using Fast Fuse, which is a bit naughty because it doesn't exist anymore. Although, keep your eyes peeled because something exciting might be coming our way with regards to a very strong tape adhesive. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm just going to pop this on here. Only thing with Fast Fuse is you do need to get it right first time, because you're not going to get it off again afterwards. So if you're not entirely confident or you're not entirely sure, don't use Fast Fuse. So I'm going to grab some old olive card as well. I think I'm going to go for a double matte on these photos. I have no idea what it's going to look like. Yes, it is a nice shade of blue. It's pretty peacock. And I'd say I haven't used it an awful lot. But it is nice. And this is always the way with me with the in colours. I'm going to endeavour to do better this time round. But I normally just leave it until the last minute and then go, oh, it's really nice. I think it takes a while for me to get things in my head, change. So I haven't stuck that one on yet because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. Is the honest truth of it, ladies. Because I might go for paper instead. That looks actually quite nice with a big border, doesn't it? It's just whether I've got room to fit it on. I'm half expecting you all to get bored and start dropping off in a minute. I quite like that, but I just don't know if I've got space for it. Definitely want this one of us together. I don't think a scrapbook page is the same if you don't have a picture of people on it, is what I'm trying to say. So did I have one more? Is that everything? I think that's everything I want on this page. So this could work. So yeah, I must admit, I tend to just cut mats and layers and just put everything on and see if I like it before I stick it all down. Good morning, Sandy. How are you doing, lovely? Yes, it's nice, the paper behind, isn't it? You've just got to be careful because I'm using quite a busy background paper that my pictures actually come through, that I can see them still. It is a little bit of a risk when you use a busy background that you're not going to see your pictures. So you just need to be a little bit clever. That's all right, Sandy, no problem at all. We're just having a bit of a play. So I wouldn't say you're particularly late. Well, you are late, but it's honestly not a problem. I hope everything's all right at home. Pop that one on there. Got a bit of a crazy idea and I don't know if it'll work, but like with everything, we're going to give it a go. So I'm just matting this one as well. You couldn't order some of the flower papers in your pre-order. Have they not come through? Oh, that is sad. I know which ones you mean. Yeah, they're lovely as well. I had to think for a minute there, Elizabeth. We were just, the inks weren't on our flyer. And I don't know if that's the same all over. I was surprised the pens weren't. I thought, oh, it's fine, I can get the pens. But they weren't either, so. Right, so that's my 2 photos there. We could always overlap that on the corner. I'm not very good at doing photos that aren't square. I've got a couple of pages where everything's jaunty, and if everything's jaunty, that's fine. But yeah, you basically just move these around until you find something that you're... So maybe that would be better up there. With that there. Silence as I start thinking and planning. Yeah, that seems to fit better, doesn't it? It's whether I still need something. So what I was thinking is I've got this paper and these cars. I mean, it's got palm trees in it, which kind of matches these palm trees here, and the red would match this colour here, and this pretty peacock would match the other pretty peacocks here. And because this is going to be retired soon, I might as well give it a go. And I'm just going to chop some off. I don't know how deep I want it. I always tend to chop, if I think I want a strip, I tend to chop it wider, in this case higher, than I might need, so that I can trim it down. You can't make it bigger again once you've trimmed it down. And that's what I'm thinking. If this kind of, I might need to mat that as well. Maybe trim that one down a little bit, even though it's nice. That one could go on there. So what are you all up to today? I'm not talking as much at the moment, so I want to hear a little bit from you guys. What you got planned? What's going on? Anybody working? I know a couple of people have said to me they're working. I don't know what I'm doing after this. I might continue to prep for the June class. And I'll say that again, if anybody has joined since, I am running another class in June. I'll be sending the kits out soon, to be honest, to make sure they arrive. Oh, thank you, Pauline. Match the photos well. Yes, that's what I do try. It's not a skill that I've got down completely. But yeah, I'm getting there with it. So yeah, I'll be running another June class. Getting stuff out in the post soon. If you do want the birds, I have got 9 kits available. So do let me know you want it. Reserve your place by booking in, and that will reserve your place. Other than that, it's dinosaurs, which are very popular. They're cute as anything. So anybody who wants the dinosaur set, again, let me know. It's £12. That includes postage, a prize patrol ticket, your complete set. Yeah, I quite like those cards. So I'm just going to grab some 12 by 12 cardstock, I think, in order to mat that. I think I've got Pretty Peacock as well. That would be good because I don't normally use it. Right, so I need to measure sausage fingers this morning. Not a problem. You're all upside down. I do apologise. I don't really know how to get people the right way up. I'm going to have to do some research. Although I think I said that last time. A couple of Zoom meetings and a couple of challenges. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's brilliant. I've got a couple. I ought to probably do some blog posts and some newsletters. So that is just over 6 centimetres, 6.2. So let's cut this to 6.7, 6.8. Give us a nice little border. I haven't told Ross I'm live today, so if he pops in, I do apologise. Your card making, tidying, finding things you've forgotten and stuff. You want the dinosaurs, Claire? Yep, you're in for a set of dinosaurs. Not a problem. And I think Sandy, you wanted the dinosaurs as well, my lovely. So both of you are in for those. Jill and Kate, I've got you down for birds. There we go. Right, so that, so you can all instantly, that pops better, doesn't it? You can see that much better. We're going to put our lovely hibiscus. This is a hibiscus flower, which I would not have known if I did not belong to Stampin' Up. And we're going to pop that one up on there. Still not entirely sure about that. I really liked it a minute ago, but I'm not sure now. Oh, changed my mind. It is Pretty Peacock. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still not sure about this whole top layer, so let's keep shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. That could even come on the side, look. Ah, this might work. I still think it needs something in the background up the top there. I quite like this bottom bit. Lots of things we couldn't guess. The shipment is late to the USA. Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, I quite like the bottom strip. Thank you, Rachel. I've decided that I'm going to stick with that. We've just got to get the top bit right now. But it's literally just a case of playing around. Almost don't want that above there because it's very symmetrical. Doesn't help that you guys are upside down, bless you. You finished your 30-day craft challenge, didn't you? I might have a go at that. This is where you go, actually, it's not all going to fit. That would make me very sad. That's the same, just the other way around. A few die-cut tropical leaves. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I don't have this set, but I've got the other one. We could do that in a minute. I'm just going to keep moving things around for a minute, for a little while. So, talk amongst yourselves. Do them for hops. Yeah, you're blogging them all. Fantastic. Can't wait to see that. Ah, right. I quite like that. And then, yeah, as Rachel says, we can have some die-cut leaves coming in down the corners. I'm just not sure that I should have matted them all in the same colour, I'm wondering. I might mat them all in Pretty Peacock instead of Old Olive and see what that looks like. This is why I go through card, like nobody's business. Let's get rid of those, because we could always put that onto a Pretty Peacock background as well. I think this is going to make it stand out better. Even though the Old Olive actually goes better. We've got both cut, we can wait and see how it looks. Yeah, I'm going to get those tropical leaves out. I think that's a really good idea. This is one of the reasons I quite liked the scrapbooking group. Well, I say liked it. I loved the one that we did, but actually thought it would be a really good idea because people can get ideas off everybody else. Sometimes you get halfway through a layout and you're a little bit stuck. Oh no, that didn't go there, did it? Sometimes I take a picture as well if I think I'm going to, once I'm happy with it, if I think I'm going to forget it. Really? You've done days to 1 to 15 already? That is good going. I meant to do a blog post yesterday and I got so sidetracked with scrapbooking, I forgot. So I ought to do that today. And a newsletter as well. I ought to send out a newsletter. But yeah, the blog hops are going to come round soon enough. I was blown away by the response I've had on the wreath that I showed you all on Friday. I popped it up on my website and had some lovely comments. Had people subscribe to my newsletter, and then I popped it up onto the demonstrator planning place as well, and it's gone wild. I have had over 1,400 likes or reactions, and yeah, chuffed to bits. It's fabulous. So that kind of wants to be there to line up with that one at the top. And then I'm just going to mat this one and see what this looks like. That is the perfect size. I love it when that happens. This one's had a lot of mats and layers. You love challenge. Yes, you're a big challenge person, aren't you, Anita? And it's keeping you busy as well, sweet. I love keeping you very busy. It was totally gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. I mean, I love making 3D projects. Right, that's coming together. That looks better. So let's get that die cut set out. Still wondering if I put this big piece of thing in the middle, because that's quite a bold background. Kind of something like that. Let me know what you think. While I find these dies. I quite like that, I must admit. I think that, yeah, I think that works. Oh, you prefer it without the green? Oh, okay. Interesting. This is why I don't stick anything down. I'm just going to keep it coming together. I'm taking votes, so I've got one without, one with. Oh, my live froze up. Oh, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, please do catch us on the replay and see what we've been up to. I hope you can all see my bottom while I'm... I know you can't because you're not looking at me. It's the Zoom that people can see when I go and die cut on Zoom. That's with... But what do I know, bless you? You know quite a lot, Jill, looking at your life drawings. Have you done any more? No, I don't like that. That's what I would have done. Leaves will show up better. Yes, I think they will. With... I think we're going with... Right, so I'm just going to try and cut some of these. I don't know whether to stamp them and I might stamp some and die cut them. So these leaves are still available. I don't know if these are carrying over. So yeah, you get the inner bit and the outer bit. And you put the inner bit in the outer bit for die cutting. And then run that through the big shot. We could be here all morning. I might have to do a come back later. What time are we? 11 o'clock. Yeah, we might. I might not get the whole page finished because I think I've got an idea. I'm going to do some stamping in this colour of the flowers as well, and they are gorgeous. But I'll give you an idea. So this is the die cuts. So I'm going to die cut those two, put them in, and then run that whole lot through the big shot. So I'm going to do some in Old Olive and some in Pretty Peacock. And then they just pop out. Aren't they gorgeous? Look, I don't know if you can see that actually. Oh, try and get all these little bits out. It's a bit fiddly. And then I'll grab the stamp set as well because we'll do some stamping. I want to show you how to do these flowers. I will show you how to do that because you can punch the... use a dauber to get two different colours on your flowers, which is really lovely technique. So there's my die cut. Another one of my die cut leaves. And then you get the outer one if you wanted to use that. So let's grab some Scrap Whisper White. So where's my tropical? It's Tropical Chic stamp set. It is. Somebody will be able to tell me. Good morning, Louise. Portrait drawing to... Oh, portrait drawing. God, you are good. Is that through Zoom as well, Jill, is it? Wow. What are we wowing, Katie? Thank you. So I've got this stamp set here, Tropical Chic. I'm going to use this. This is really well used, this stamp set. It's gorgeous. Look at the leaves. And this would be great. Remember I showed you the wet wipe technique? Making your own stamp pad, and you'd be able to do this. We could do that quickly again now. No, Facebook session. Perfect. I must admit, I do like the Facebook Lives. They're really good. And then we've got this stamp here, which we're going to do a little bit of a dauber technique with. So let's put that on a block. Let's grab some daubers. I think it's Mango Melody and Real Red. So Mango Melody and Real Red. Mango Melody. So what I'm going to do is stamp with the Mango Melody all over. And then I'm going to grab the Real Red dauber. This is one way of doing it. I don't know if you can see actually. So I've just stamped all over, and then I'm going to grab my Real Red dauber. And I'm going to pick up some Real Red ink. And I'm just going to pop that in the middle. Just daub it gently in the middle. And then stamp that down. So can you see that? You get that gradient. Yeah, I hope you can see that. So you've got more red in the middle. And that's going to look stunning. I'm going to die cut a load of these out and pop them all over here. And the other way to do it is to grab, let's clean that off. Is to just do it by daubers. So I start with the Real Red in the middle this time. So pick some up on the dauber and then daub that in the middle. And then use the Mango Melody one, pick up some ink there, and then daub that round the outer edge. Trying not to get too much Real Red on as you go. This should give a deeper gradient. Yeah. So you can see the one on the left there is the one I did where I stamped it and then just daubed red over. If you want more of a difference between the red and the yellow and red and the orange, then you can daub the red in the middle and then daub. You can see that, it's coming up on my screen. And then there we go, that's in the sunlight as well. And then daub the red, the Mango Melody around the outside. So it depends what effect you want. And you can even do that on the leaves as well, rather than doing the wet wipe technique. This is a bit cleaner. So let's grab ourselves one of these big leaves. And let's go Pretty Peacock, Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz, I think. So Pretty Peacock, Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz. It's a brilliant technique, that one, Jill, isn't it? Yeah, this is very ink. Oh wow, this is very inky. It's leaked slightly my ink pad, so I'll just be careful with that. I've got it all over my fingers. Very rarely have the ink pads leak, but sometimes they're so juicy. I might have to take a bit of ink away from that one. So that's the Old Olive. That's Pear Pizzazz, and that's Old Olive. So I've got my leaf. Going to pick up some ink and choose some sections which I want to daub. Don't forget you could do this with the Stampin' Right markers like I showed you earlier as well. Thank you, Sandy. Again, try not to get too much of the original colour on because you don't want to pick up the Pretty Peacock, you probably ought to start with the lighter colour of this, to be honest, because what I'm going to do here is pick up the Pretty Peacock and the darker colours and put them onto my lighter colours, which isn't necessarily what I want to do. And then a bit of Pear Pizzazz just for the stem. And then if you want to go back in with your darker colour, just to tap lightly and blend that out a little bit. Just breathe on it ever so slightly. And there you've got a lovely mottled effect leaf. So that's really come out really well. I'm trying to get that in sunlight for you. Decided to get photos off your phone. I might try to print some off. Oh, Lana would love doing that with you as well, Leah. She'd really enjoy it. You ought to make that something that you do together. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, it's really, really effective, that technique. So, I think I'm going to love you and leave you. I could go on and do more, but what I'm going to do is finish this, and then I might make this my blog post, actually. Yeah, I might pop this up as my blog post for today. Good morning, Emma. How are you? You've just come in as I was saying goodbye. We've been going for an hour, and I said I could see myself going on forever. We've been scrapbooking this morning, talking about the memories and more cards. So what have we done? Yes, we've talked about memories and more cards. I've shown you the Stampin' Right markers. I'm going to have to clean that ink pad because it's very dirty. Let's not put it on the floor because it's a stone floor. We've been through, let me turn this up the right way so you can see it. We've been through the papers. We've been through how to mat and layer the photographs, the layout. That probably took the longest. I think I'm going to keep this behind. I know some of you said you didn't like it, but it is my scrapbook, so I'm going to leave it there. It's and that's the thing. It's entirely personal, and it's entirely up to each of us. And there is no right or wrong when it comes to it. Yeah, you would really enjoy doing that with Lana. I know you would. You use an app called Free Prints. Yeah, that's what Katie told me as well. You get 45 free prints each month. You only pay for delivery. I really ought to do that. But yeah, when my printer contract comes to an end, at the end of the month, that might be where I go. I'm going to die cut some leaves. We've been and talked about the technique, if you can see that. Sponge daubing different colours onto your leaves. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to blog post it, and you're all going to be able to see the end result. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing the final picture as well, Rachel. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Yeah, see what I change about it. Thank you, Sandy. Well, thanks everyone for joining. I hope you have enjoyed it. So scrapbooking isn't something that we normally do, but I might do a little bit more of it myself over the coming weeks and months, and therefore I might be showing you guys a little bit more of it as well. And I can't wait until we can come back together again and do the scrapbook club. I can't believe we only got one session in before we had to shut down. But yeah, really looking forward to when we can come back together again. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, my printer is with the Instant Ink program. When I bought it was only £50 for the printer, and I got a whole year's worth of Instant Ink with it, which has been fabulous. To the extent that actually it's cheaper to do that. So I might see if they've got any more deals on. I might just go and buy a new printer. It's cheaper to do that than anything else. I mean, a set of ink cartridges is 50 quid. You can't buy that for cheaper. Give it a, yes, do, Lisa. Give it a go. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, at the end of the day, you printed a couple of pictures off. You've got some paper in the house anyway. You're not losing anything. And this free prints, I say, it's fantastic. You only pay for delivery. I like printing them off at home because I can choose what size to have them. I can scale them right down. Whereas free prints, I think you only get 6. I don't know. Somebody can correct me, but you get the sizes you're given if you like. Thank you, Paula. I'm glad you could join us for such a long time. Right, my lovelies, I am going to say goodbye. I hope the weather picks back up in the next couple of days for you. I'll be back on Friday, all being well. If anybody is interested in my class, please do get in touch. I'll be sending out messages to everybody who has partaken in one before, just to see if you're interested. Because I do need to get things moving and get things in the post to you guys to make sure they're with you in time. Take care, have a lovely day, and I shall see you again very soon. Thank you. Bye.